Welcome to Nugget 361 with Steve and Dana Groman, and we have a very important question for you today.
Who do you believe?
As you know, we travel. We always like to go see exciting historic places, and many of those are observatories. The Palomar Observatory in northern San Diego County lies between the Pacific Ocean and the Salton Sea. We were able to go visit this very historic place. But of course, we're looking through a different lens than almost all the other visitors.
Well, that's true. It's a world-renowned observatory. They have a wrong take on things.
Unfortunately, and we'll see why they're able to project and continue their worldview. It is owned by the California Institute of Technology, and the museum and the gallery of the 200-inch dome only are open to visitors who are requested to stay on pass and within the bounds indicated. We popped into the visitor center first. As the sign reads on the wall, 1948 to 2023, 75 years of discovery. They might be discovering things. Their take on it is evolutionary. It's the worldview that you look at the information in through is what determines what you believe the outcome is.
It's amazing what they did, when they did it, and how they did it. It's a wrong worldview.
Palomar Observatory, located atop Palomar Mountain in North San Diego County, California, is a center of astronomical research owned and operated by the California Institute of Technology. The observatory is home to 3 active research telescopes. The one that people go to see is the 200-inch Hale Telescope. It was conceived almost 100 years ago. Palomar Observatory has been at the forefront of astronomical research since the mid-20th century. The observatory's mission is to study the nature of the universe and humankind's place in it. This exhibit touches on various aspects of that mission: the place, the science, the tradition, and the people who have made it special. That almost sounds like how someone could describe the Bible.
Yes, it does. But that's not what they're talking about.
No. Palomar Observatory was introduced into popular culture in the 1930s, with media covering the construction of the largest scientific instrument in the world. After Palomar began scientific operations in 1949, views of the universe as seen through the Palomar telescopes filled astronomy textbooks and inspired several generations to become enthusiasts and professionals in the field. That's an understatement.
Yes, it is.
When you have evolutionary thought and money backing these things, your influence is almost endless.
And they have a lot of money.
They certainly do. We're going to read where that came from. Building Palomar. Palomar Observatory resulted from the vision of astronomer and Caltech founder George Hale, the man behind the largest telescopes in the world at the beginning of the 20th century, and the sponsorship of the Rockefeller Foundation, committed in 1928. Now, going to take a little diversion here, but how they built this thing and put it together was absolutely incredible.
It was amazing.
It was a collaborative effort, and as I mentioned, it was started by a grant from the Rockefeller Foundation that was awarded in 1928. And it took 20 years before the first image was seen. One of the really unique things was how the 200-inch telescope disc was made in Corning Glassworks in Corning, New York, and transported all the way to Palomar Mountain. It was crazy.
That's a long, delicate journey, isn't it?
It's really a fabulous story of how it went by different trains and transferred. And if you ever anywhere near Corning, New York, you must take a day to go see the Corning Glass.
That's one of the best museums.
It is beautiful. The rest of the known universe. Our galaxy is one of countless similar collections of stars, separated by millions of light years. These galaxies are scattered in every direction, as far as the largest telescopes on Earth can see. Is that true?
The larger the telescope, the more light can be drawn in. So therefore, the more you can see.
So there's no such thing as millions of light years?
No.
There can't be.
No, there can't be.
But this is one of the big signs that people read and see, and it just reinforces the evolutionary worldview.
When you look at a microscope, you can see certain things on the slide. But when you change the magnification properties, the magnification eyepiece, you see more. But it's still the same slide.
And they'll even use the term you're seeing deeper.
Right.
But you're not seeing deeper. You're seeing more detail.
Seeing definitely more detail, more light gathering.
The same with our eyes. As our eyes dim and less light gets in, we can't see as well. That's what glasses help. They bring in more light so you can see more clearly.
Yeah.
That's why you can see better outside than inside in a dark.
When the lights go out in a bright environment, you can't see very well. But if you stay there long enough, you can see pretty well.
Keys to the structure of the universe, I bet. No single star except our own sun, whether in our galaxy or in another is more than a point of light to Earth's observers.
That's convenient.
Exactly, but that is what it is. They are just
They
points of
are.
light. Yet astronomy, using spectrographs, infrared detectors, and interferometers, can make these points of light reveal their distance, motion, composition, and other properties. Higher sensitivity instruments are continually being developed and refined. And that's just what we were just saying. No, it's not revealing anything about their distance.
It's just gathering more light.
It's just like the microscope. They're still on that glass slide.
On the slide, yeah.
This is the beautiful 200-inch Hale Telescope Observatory, and it was a beautiful day when we were there.
And many people probably remember the Hale Telescope, if they're old enough, from when they were in school.
Through the ages, people from all cultures have shared the same feeling of awe when looking up at the sky. That's true, no doubt. The wondrous nature of celestial bodies has fueled the human imagination, inspired storytelling, poetry, mythology, music, art, and ultimately science. They're leaving out the most important part, that the Bible gives all truth about the celestial bodies.
God made the greater light, the lesser light, and the stars also.
And he talks about celestial bodies.
Yes.
Though encountering dark skies is unusual for many people, those who do perhaps wonder, what is the nature of our universe? How did it come into being? And what is its eventual fate? What are the stars that we see in the night sky, and how do they relate to the sun that warms and lights the day? Are there other places like Earth elsewhere in the universe? And do those worlds have inhabitants to see their sky and share the same curiosity? These questions remain as relevant today as they were centuries ago. Palomar Observatory is at its core a place and a tradition focused on answering these and similar questions. You will never get the correct answer to any of these questions from visiting Palomar.
No, but it is a neat, interesting place.
Where can you get the answers to all these questions?
Well, of course, God's got the answers.
Of course he does. And in our next nugget, we will be talking a little bit more about the people and some of the posters they had in this place. It was just filled. We can do probably half a dozen nuggets on, and we just might do that. And if you're looking for a meaningful Christmas present, we are offering the Creation Seminar Series at a special 30% off discount and free shipping. So for $120, you can get this fabulous collection of creation information. And if you appreciate these videos, you can partner with us on a monthly or one-time basis. If you appreciate our content, tell others and repost on your social platforms. Thank you.